व्रजजनरञ्जना यमुनातिरवनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जनवल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजन यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजन यमुनातिरवनचारी हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे जय गौरनिताय जय गौरनिताय शिल प्रभुपाद की जय जय धर्म हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। ओम ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातां सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Which verse we are reading? Canto chapter 3rd to be started, huh? Chapter 3rd to be started. Summary was read.
This chapter, grace by Rajendra.
Was it already read? Not. Okay. Read.
In this chapter, the praise by Rajendra, the king of the elephants are described. It appears that king of the elephant was a monkey of being known as Indrakyuni, and that he learned this prayer to his supreme Lord. Fortunately, he remembered that prayer and began to chant it to himself. First, he offered respectful obeisances to the prayer and to the supreme personality of God. And because of his awkward position in having been attacked by a crocodile, he expressed his inability to recite prayers nicely. Nonetheless, he tried to chant the mantra and express himself in a spirit word as the supreme personality of God is cause of original person from whom everything has emanated. He is the root cause of this cosmic manifestation, and the entire cosmos rests in him. Yet, he is a transcendental form, for he does everything in relation to the material world through his external energy. He is eternally situated in the spiritual world in Vaikuntha or Golo Vrindavan, where he engages in his eternal past. The material world is a product of his external energy or material energy, which works under his direction. It is thus that creation, maintenance, and annihilation take place. The Lord exists at all times. This is extremely difficult for a non-devotee to understand.
So yeah, just a minute. So he's the chapter is going to describe that how he was a king before, and he had learned some prayers. So neha vikramanaashvastri pratyavayona vidyate salpampyasya dharmasya trayate mahato bhaya. So this shloka is established by the pastime of Gajendra, that how inevitably we will all be in awkward situation at one sometime, sooner or later, in form of one of the threefold miseries which awaits. So the bhakti which we do in the time of peace, this becomes a kind of an asset to help us to undergo the tribulations that await. So if somebody has not sweat in peace, then he will bleed more in war. What is war? War with our anarthas, war when some threefold miseries take place in to a greater extent in our life. So Gajendra is an evidence that how the bhakti which is performed in time of peace, it helps in time of crisis. So he's offering beautiful prayers which will be described in this chapter, that how from Lord everything has emanated, and everything depends on him. So Bhagavatam gives very nice example that of spider. Just like spider uses its own saliva to create the cobweb, and then uses its own strength to maintain himself in that cobweb without getting entangled, and at the end it takes the saliva back into its own mouth, into its own body, and winds up the cobweb. Same with the Supreme Lord, by his own energy he creates a cosmic manifestation. By his own energy he maintains the cosmic manifestation without getting affected by the three modes, and by his own energy he winds up the entire creation. So all the Devi Devatas, Brahma, Vishnu, they are all also expansions, Guna Avataras. They're expansions of the Lord. So Lord is maintaining material world through his external energy, in spiritual world with his internal energy. And Prabhupada writes in NOI second verse in purport of it that because we are subordinate to Lord, we have to be dependent. Either we have to be under the subjugation of either internal potency or external potency, and hence we are called marginal potency. So in conditioned state, we have taken shelter of external energy, and hence we are acting against our constitutional nature. Mahatmanastu maham partha devim prakritim ashritah bhajanti ananya manaso jata bhutadim avyayam. That means those who are Mahatmas, they have taken shelter of Devi Prakriti. Devi Prakriti means which Prakriti? Internal potency of the Lord. What are the symptoms of these Mahatmas? They will be constantly engaged in devotional service of the Lord. Mahatma or those who have taken shelter of Devi Prakriti does not mean that those who are there. It primarily means those who are acting according to their constitutional nature by always engaging in devotional service, by always hearing, always chanting, always taking shelter of one of the 9 processes of devotional service. By this, we are always in internal potency of the Lord, though externally, apparently, we may be visible in material world. So, like this here, he is going to offer beautiful prayers in this chapter. Then Prabhupada is writing in summary that non-devotees cannot understand that how Lord does creation, maintenance, and annihilation. Pure devotees only can see his presence and activities and understand it. Why? Because they have love for the Lord. Developing love for the Lord is a qualification by which Lord himself reveals his name, form, qualities, and pastimes. Maya javanika channam agnya dhokshajam abhyayam na lakshase mood drisha nato nati dharavayatha. Huh? That Lord who comes into this world and performs his pastime like an actor playing on stage, but the audience cannot understand. What audience cannot understand? The activities of the actor on stage. The actor himself knows where he went wrong, what he did, how he did, but the audience cannot understand. Same way, Kunti Maharani is offering this beautiful prayer that you cannot be easily understood. Then how to understand Lord? Bhaktya mama vijanati yava nischasmi tattvataha. Lord himself is telling how to know me. How to know? By devotional service. So devotional service is the only path by which we can know the Lord. Because Lord becomes pleased when you perform his devotional service and he reveals himself. And when, upon his revelation we can understand Lord. So like that. So then further Prabhupada writes that Lord is not entangled in the cobweb like spider. He is beyond birth and death, despite visible in material world. And anybody who takes shelter of Lord, he also becomes situated in transcendental position. So for satisfaction of his devotees, he appears and disappears and performs pastimes which are not at all material. And one who knows this secret, which secret? Janma karma chame divyam evam yovete tatvatah. You're understanding where I'm reading? I'm just paraphrasing the summary itself. Janma karma chame divyam. Those who understand this is the secret by which one can understand the kingdom, can enter into the kingdom of God. Then Prabhupada is writing, Lord is the supreme controller, witness, original source of all living entities. Janmadhyasya yataha. And then the shloka is there, Bhagavad Gita, which says that Upadrashta Anumanta cha Bharta Bhokta Maheshwara. The Lord is the supreme controller, Lord is the supreme enjoyer. Bhoktaram Yagnatapasam Sarva Loka Maheshwaram. This all was known to whom? To Gajendra. He is offering these prayers. This all was revealed to Gajendra by Lord's mercy. When he took shelter of Lord, understanding that I am helpless. So the more we feel helpless in our practice of devotional service and take shelter of the limbs of bhakti, to that degree these all shlokas will be revealed. You may not remember the shloka, but the realizations will come. That I am not the controller, I am not the enjoyer. Lord is the controller, Lord is the enjoyer, Lord is the proprietor. Otherwise, despite knowing shlokas, we give up Krishna consciousness. Understanding? So the Lord can observe the activities of our senses and which can work and achieve materially because of his mercy. He is the original source and we are the byproducts. Just like gold mine and gold ornaments. Prabhupada is writing this example. There is no difference between, at the same time there is difference also. He is the source of all knowledge. He can give us liberation. So it is our duty to understand him according to instructions of devotees from Guru Sadhu Shastra. So although for us the mode of goodness is covered, by following the instructions of saintly person and the spiritual master, we can be freed from material clutches. Next devotee can read the next paragraph.
Used by non-devotees. The impersonal form used by those who are not knowledge.
So three types of transcendentalist Prabhupada is telling that Brahmanwadis understand impersonal Brahman, yogis understand Paramatma, devotees understand Bhagavan. So Bhagavan is competent to dissipate the darkness through the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. Lord Bhagavan is feature is the ocean of transcendental qualities and can be understood only by those who are freed from bodily concept of life. So by Lord's causeless mercy, He rescues us and takes us back to Godhead. But still, pure devotees don't even aspire to go back to Godhead. They are just satisfied in serving the Lord. Pure devotee does not even ask for mukti. Narayana para sarva na kuthashchana bibhati swarga apavarga narkeshu apitulyarth darshana. For a devotee, what he is interested in? He is interested only in satisfying the Lord by performing devotional service. He does not even want mukti. सालोक्य साष्टि सामीप्य सारूप्यकम सारूप्यकत्वम अप्युत दीयमानम न गृह्णन्ति विनामस्येवनं जनः. Lord Kapila is telling to Mother Devhuti that my devotee, even if I give them liberation, they don't aspire for it. If there is no opportunity to serve the Lord. On the contrary, uh, Lord Shiva is telling to Parvati that on the contrary, devotees least bothered about heaven and hell. What he is bothered about? How to serve the Lord, how to please the Lord. This is the only botheration of devotee. So like this, Gajendra is offering beautiful prayers directly to the Supreme Lord, and he knew the difference between demigods and Lord. No demigods came to see him, not even Brahma and Shiva. But the Supreme Lord, finally seated on Garuda personally appeared before him, and Gajendra, by lifting his trunk, offered obeisances to the Lord. And Lord immediately pulled him from the water along with the crocodile who had captured the leg. Like this, Gajendra and crocodile were delivered. Why crocodile was delivered? He was taking shelter of the lotus feet of Gajendra. But of course, we should not be taking shelter of spiritual master like that. What is the meaning of this? The meaning is don't become burden on the mission of spiritual master. Burden the shoulder of spiritual master. Both look like taking shelter only. But one is becoming burden, another is shouldering the burden. So we should not become followers like crocodile or taking shelter of Hari Guru and Vaishnava the way crocodile had taken. How we should take shelter? The way Gajendra took of Lord. Clear? Okay, we'll go to the shloka number 1. Shri Badarani Ruvacha. We will chant together. Evam vyavasito buddhya samadhaya manohridi. Jajapa paramam japyam prag janmanyo na shikshitam. So, Lord Shukdev Goswami is telling that thus fixed, he was vyavasitaha buddhya. He was fixed by intelligence. Hmm? With his mind in consciousness or in heart. And he jajapa means he chanted the mantra. Jajapa japyam, the mantra he had learned from great devotees. Prag janmani, in his previous birth. Anushikshitam, practiced. So Anushikshitam, he had practiced Prag janmani in previous life. What? Jajapa japyam. Paramam, the supreme mantra he had learned from from great devotees in previous life, which he had practiced, he jajapa means he chanted, fixing his mind with concentration in heart. So how he had chanted, that also should be seen. He had fixed his consciousness. He fixed his mind on his heart with his intelligence and chanted the mantra which he had learned in his previous life. So Prabhupada is writing beautiful that this kind of remembrance is mentioned in Bhagavad Gita. So even if a person engages in devotional service and falls down, he is not degraded. but in due course of time he will remember the Supreme Lord, provided he is sincere. As explained later, somebody can read the purport. Gajendra was formerly King Indradumna. Somehow or other, next life he became a king of the elephants. Now Gajendra, what Prabhupada is writing? Gajendra was in danger. So although he was in a body other than human being, he remembered the stotra he had chanted. So it's Lord's mercy that Lord gives us an opportunity to remember him again. And this was a so quite often when we are in crisis, it becomes easy to remember. Correct? Huh? In crisis, it becomes easy to take shelter, Prabhu. If there are no exams, we don't study. Who studies without exam? Generally, most of the time we study before exam. So generally, our you see when some crisis is going on in life, when you're not getting job or some problem is there, that time how many of you agree that time rounds are very good, very intense? Like no, no, something bad is going to happen in your life, or some bad phase you are undergoing. In that time, how do you take shelter of? When you take darshan, you are not spaced out. How many of you agree with this? So the tribulations and miseries are wake up calls of Krishna. Wake up call. That please get up. Stop sleeping in japa. Stop sleeping in your sadhana. So there is a famous lecture. You can hear it later in leisure time. Miseries are wake up calls of Krishna. Miseries are wake up calls. That Krishna is waking me up. So I should feel grateful. Let me take shelter now. So Prabhupada is writing that we should chant some mantras, we should remember some prayer like Brahma Samhita, Ito Narsimha, Parto Narsimho. So that when we will not be having proper frame of mind at the time of death, these prayers will be helpful. Every devotee should practice Prabhupada is telling that chanting some mantra perfectly, though he may be imperfect in spiritual consciousness, so that in next life he will not forget Krishna consciousness, even if he becomes an animal. Means there is possibility of somebody degrading to animal species. But then why Lord is telling that nobody falls down? Hare Krishna. Here is written that he will not, even if he becomes an, what is written? Every devotee should practice to chant some mantra perfectly so that even if he becomes imperfect in spiritual consciousness in this life, next life he will not forget Krishna consciousness, even if he becomes an, what is written? It is imperative paragraph I am reading. Found? Yeah, see second last line, second last line. Second last line, yes, huh? So my question is that we saw understood. My question is that why Lord is saying that he will not fall down?
Spiritually, as you told just now, the mysteries are there. You take more. Then we see that you have degraded to animal life.
See, degradation to animal life is not fall down, Prabhu.
But
You tell me how it's not fall down.
Bharat Maharaj,
Prabhu, it's consciousness. The assurance which Lord is giving in Bhagavad Gita is of consciousness. So devotee never falls down actually. His consciousness will always be preserved. Whatever little he has done, he will be saved from the greatest danger of becoming an in consciousness, not may not be in body. Otherwise, Krishna's words are proving to be failure. If when you take the example of Dr and Gajendra, that means Lord is lying in Bhagavad Gita. If you say that they become an animal, how saving from the greatest danger? Saving from the greatest danger of consciousness will not become like an animal. Of course, a devotee should try to perfect in this life only and go back to Godhead. So by understanding Krishna, if there is even there is some hold on practice of Krishna consciousness does not go in vain. Prabhupada is giving the example of a Jamil that how he had chanted some Narayan mantras and later he fell down, woman hunting, and but still he was saved. So he became advanced even though he was involved in sinful activities. Therefore, we should not forget the chanting of Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So Lord was very satisfied with Lord is going to be satisfied with the kind of prayers he is going to offer in this chapter now. So एवं बुद्ध्या व्यवसितः बुद्धि के साथ व्यवसितः व्यवसिता मीन्स मन हृदय मन को हृदय में लगा दिया समाधाय प्राग जन्मनि अनुशिक्षिता परमम जाप्यम जजाप पिछले जन्म में द लास्ट लाइफ वॉट एवर ही हैड अनुशिक्षिता वॉट एवर ही हैड लर्नड फ्रॉम great devotees. He had association of great devotees in last life when he was King Indradimna. And that time he had learned the mantras Paramam Japyam. And that is Jajapa. Jajapa means he chanted. Fixing his consciousness and heart in that crisis situation, he is chanting the prayers now. He will chant. Which mantras he is going to chant? Let's see. Gajendra Uvacha Om Namo Bhagavate Tasmai Yat Etachchidatmakam पुरुषायादिबीजाय परेशायाभिधैमहि. So Gajendra is saying, Om Namah Bhagavate Tasmai. I offer my respectful obeisance to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Yat echat chidatmakam. What does it mean? Yat means yataha etat chidatmakam. From whom this body and the material manifestation is moving due to consciousness. It's only by His mercy that the body is moving. He makes the universe and body also conscious. That is the meaning of this. Yatah etat chidatmakam. Etat matlab this body and the material manifestation. Etat means yatah means by whom? Which Supreme Lord I am offering obeisances? From whom yatah etat this chid atmakam. Chit. This body and material manifestation also looks like chit and makes it move. Who is moving? That Supreme Lord is moving and I am offering obeisance to that Supreme Lord. Yatah etat chidat. Etat means our body. Universe also body. This body also. This body is a small universe. All the elements of universe are there in this also. So etat means this body, by who is making this body and universal cosmic manifestation move. Yatah etat chidatmakam. Purushaya Adi Bijaya. He is Supreme Purusha. He is in the form of a human. Purusha. Purusha means not Devi. Male. Purusha means he is male. He is human. Adi Bijaya. Adi Bijaya means he is a beach, original seed. Janmadi Yasayataha. From whom everything has emanated. So this is known to Gajendra. Purushaya, original Purusha, Adi Bijaya. Not that some other Purusha. He is the original Purusha. Who begot everyone. Purusha only begets everyone. Na? So Purusha is the original Purusha. Yata Etat Chidatmakam. Who is making this body and cosmic manifestation move. Purushaya Adi Bijaya. Then next line says what? Pareshaya Para Ishaya. He is para. He is transcendental. And Ishaya means Ishaya. Like yesterday, Prabhuji was telling lecture, Keshava. The Shava means Shiva and Brahma. He is the Lord of Shiva and Brahma also. So, Para Ishaya. Para means he is transcendental to the modes. And he is Ishaya. He is the Lord of Brahma and Shiva also. He is worshipable Brahma and Shiva also. Para Ishaya. Then Abhidhimahi. Let me meditate upon him. Abhidhimahi. Dhimahi. Dhimahi means let me fix my consciousness on it. So like this, he is offering obeisances to the Supreme Lord. Om Namo Bhagavate Tasmai. That, oh my Lord, I offer my obeisances, respectful obeisances unto you, Bhagavate, unto you. Yat etat chidatmakam, who is making this universe and body also move. And third line says what? Without seeing, recollect. Without seeing on the screen, recollect now. Third line, who will tell?
That you are the supreme and everything is emanating from.
Purushaya Adi Bijaya. You are the supreme. Purushaya. Who? Which Purusha is? Adi Bija. Adi Bija means the supreme, the original source, the original who gave original seed, who is the original seed of the creation. Yata Eta Chidatbhagam, who is making this universe and body move, and he is Purusha Adi Bija, he is the original seed giving father. Aham Bija Pradha Pita. And last one says Para Ishaya Abhi Dhimahi. Para Ishaya means Para means Para means beyond modes. He is beyond birth and death. He is not caught up like threefold miseries the way I am caught up in. He is the one who can help me. Because his hands and legs are not tied up. I am tied up by modes, but he is beyond modes. Para, Ishaya. He's telling, oh demigods, don't think that I am calling you. I am calling Para Ishaya. Para Ishaya means the Lord of Brahma and Shiva I am calling. That Purusha, Adi Vijaya, he is worshipable by Ishaya. He is worshipable by Brahma and Shiva also. So this is the Param Japyam Japam. Param, previous sloka we read now. Jajapa Paramam Japyam. This great chant mantra he had learned from great devotees in last life, which he is chanting now. Which great mantra he had learned? That there is a Supreme Lord, Om Namo Bhagavate Tasmai, Yad Etat Chidadvakam, who is making this universe and body also move. And he is Purusha, and he is Adi Bija. And then he is Paraishaya. He is a worshipable, he is Para, he is worshipable by Brahma and Shiva. Abhidhimahi, let me meditate upon. So how many of you remember this verse? Memorized? Try recollecting. Broken words also, no problem. What does it mean? That also they have to tell. I offer my respectful obeisance unto that Supreme Lord. Which Supreme Lord? Yatah etat chidatmakam. Then he is male or female? Adi Bijaya. Otherwise, Bij to normal male also give to female. But he is a male who has given the Adi Bij. Adi Bij means the first seed, the original seed giving father is Adi Bijaya. Then Para Ishaya. Para Ishaya means no. You will tell. Para means beyond. Ishaya means ईश्वर ऑफ ईश्वर ऑफ ब्रह्मा ईश्वर. फिर अभी क्या करना है ऐसे ईश्वर को? I meditate upon. The daytime you should meditate on the Supreme Lord, these qualities of the Lord when you go in front of Radha Vrindavan Chandra. That, oh Lord, you are Yata Eta Chidatmakam. These all devotees are moving because of you. This universe is moving because of you, my Lord. The sun, night, sun, moon, planets, all, everything, you are only making move everything. The moment you get out of the body becomes dead. Because the soul also leaves the body when you get out. You enter in cosmic manifestation and you give life to the 24 elements in the creation at the time of creation. You give intelligence even to Brahma how to create. You give intelligence to Shiva how to destroy. You are the strength of all the strength in beings. You are the intelligence of everybody who is intelligent. You are the source of all the juices in the rasas, in fruits and vegetables. Yada eta chidatmakam. You are only making everything move, my dear Lord. And you are playing flute. This is your pastime. And then what? And you are not female, you are Purusha. You are Adi Purusha, Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham. And this has been confirmed by Brahmaji also. And you are Adi Vijaya. You have said that Aham Bija Pradapita. Purushaya Adi Vijaya. And you are Para Ishaya. That you are worshipable by Brahma and Shiva also. And you are Para. Though you are visible in human form playing flute, but you are not like you and you are not like us. And Abhi Dhimahi. My dear Lord, I meditate on your form. Gajendra is chanting this beautiful prayer. He knows so many attributes of Lord. And this is what he had learned from great devotees in Prag Janmani. Prag Janmani means previous life. Anushikshitam, he had learned. So we are very, very fortunate that in this life we are also learning what Gajendra had learned. If we take shelter of these prayers, we will be also helped by Lord if we happen to remember these attributes, even if not shloka. So we should seek the blessings of Gajendra Prabhu so that we can remember these prayers. Beautiful prayers, huh? Any questions? No, it's telling you worship of a lot of Para Ishaya. He will tell it will come further. But here he is making it clear that they are not Brahma and Shiva also. They are Para. It's like hero when you see you all have heard this example. Then know when some actor enters in the scene, then they don't show directly his face. They will show what? They will show some atmosphere and then some weather is changing and then some music changed and then gradually he will be and then the car will open, door will open and then he will get out and first his charan will show and then gradually and then he'll be facing that side and then he'll turn this side and he'll do some nonsense. No. The Lord is the supreme majestic person. He is going to enter into the scene. So setting is there. Shukdev Goswami is repeating what Gajendra prayed. Any questions? Okay, so can somebody can read translation? Okay, now we'll recall. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Tasmai. Now you tell me which word it is without seeing the shloka. I will read the translation. Because of him, this material body acts due to the presence of spirit. Yatah eta chidatmakam. And he is therefore the root cause of everyone. Adi Bijaya. He is worshipable for such exalted persons as Brahma and Shiva. Para Ishaya. And he has entered the heart of every living being. Para Ishaya, let me meditate upon him. Adi Dhimai. Let me meditate upon him. Understood? Understood how Prabhupada is writing translation based on the word? So because of Lord, the gross and subtle bodies move. And gross and subtle body looks conscious because of Lord, because of Lord himself. So he is Yada Hita Chidataka. And he is the final cause. Somebody can read purport. So Prabhupada, now I'll read the purport quickly and you let me know which word is being emphasized there by Prabhupada in purport. So Prabhupada is clearly telling Yata Yata Chidatmakam is very important. Why it's important? Prabhupada is telling that that material elements, body consists of material elements But when one awakens to Krishna, you understand the body is no longer material but spiritual. What does it mean? Tell me, what does it mean? The material body certainly consists only of material elements. But when one awakens to Krishna consciousness, understanding the body is no longer material but spiritual. Hmm. When one becomes spiritual, body is no more. So when body is material, when we are not Krishna conscious. Anything enjoyed, anything for sense enjoyment is material. Anything for Krishna's enjoyment is spiritual. So what Prabhupada is telling here? Yata heta chidatmakam. The Lord is making everything move. So everything should be spiritual only because it's all coming from spiritual only. So it should be enjoyed for Lord's purpose only. It should be enjoyed by Lord only. Because He is everything move, making everything move. So He is the proprietor. And anything comes from Lord has to be spiritual because Lord is spiritual. Then what makes it material? Our enjoying mentality makes it material. Otherwise it is spiritual. Why? Yata eta chidatakam, because Lord is making everything move. So why we make it material? We should make it spiritual by using it all in Krishna service. So material world also can become. Who makes it material? Our enjoying mentality. The material world is body is meant for sense enjoyment, whereas spiritual body engages in service of the Lord. Therefore, devotee engages everything in Lord, Lord service, and devotee always thinks of Him. So devotee's body should not be considered material body. So Guru should not be seen like an ordinary man. Then likewise, Shila, deity should in temple should not be seen like a stone. Why? Yato heta chidatmakam. Because Lord is making everything move. Lord is directly present there. In Guru, in deity. So they should not be seen materially. Otherwise it is aparad. Aparad. The Prabhupada writing further, it is aparad. Atheists think that devotee foolishly worships stone and ordinary man as Guru. The fact is Krishna is omnipotent, so he is presently directly as deity. Sakshi Gopal, yesterday they had shown their altar. Evident that how deity is not a stone. Then spiritual master is also not normal body. Spiritual master is spiritual. A pure devotee engaged in service of the Lord should be considered spiritual. Therefore, Lord is also spiritual. What is writing in purport? Prabhupada is writing purport? Omkar. Prabhupada is writing Omkar. He said, no? Om. Om Namo Bhagavate Tasmai. So, Om Tassat. Prabhupada is writing that Omkar is Pranava Sarva Vedeshu, not different from Lord. So, pronounced, mantra is pronounced beginning with Omkar, indicate immediately the Supreme Lord. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudeva, Prabhupada is quoting, is not different from Vasudeva and Omkar. So we should be careful that Omkar is not something Nirakar. Indeed, it indicates the supreme person of the personality of the Lord. Omkar is not impersonal as Mayavadi thinks. Omkar is also personal address to the Lord. Unless he is a person, how can he control the great stalwart controller of the universe? Para Ishaya, Prabhupada is writing, Para Ishaya. Para Ishaya means he is the Lord of Brahma and Shiva. And if he is the Lord of Brahma and Shiva, then how can he be Nirakar? Therefore, verse says Parishaya. He is worshipped by exalted personalities. Parameshwar, great controllers. Parameshwar. He is not Ishwar, he is Parameshwar. He is Ishwar of Brahma and Shiva also. He is Parameshwar. He is Pareshaya. So we meditate on the Lord. So let's recollect. So 5 points on the purport of Prabhupada, which Prabhupada is telling. Prabhupada is telling first. Any recollection? Siddhartha. Everything is moving because of Lord, so everything should be engaged in Lord's service only. Otherwise it becomes material. And who is the cause of making material? Our enjoyment. This was the first thing. Second thing, oh, because everything comes from Lord, so basically deity aparad and guru aparad should not be done. They are not normal beings and deity is not normal stone. Okay, what is it also? Omkar is not Material sound and vision. As Mayavadi saying, it is Nirakar address. No, it is personal address to the Lord. Gajendra is not Nirakarvadi. Gajendra is also telling Om Namo Bhagavate Tasmai. And then Prabhupada is telling why, how it is a person. Para Isha, no? Para Isha means his controller. How controller can be Nirakar? What else was told? Hmm? Yeah, that was one of the points. So we should not become atheist. We become atheist when we see DT as stone. When else? When you see Guru as material. When else? When we make the things material by not using it in Krishna service. What is that mentality? To enjoy for ourselves. That means we are denying the existence of God. May not be through words, through intelligence, through our practice, but through our behavior and consciousness. Because you are not seeing the hand of the Lord. The philosophy, yesterday Prabhuji was telling it, philosophy is not just to केवल समझने के लिए, केवल सुनने के लिए या केवल समझने के लिए नहीं है. किसके लिए है? To apply also. Any questions? So let us recite this prayer of Gajendra. We chanted one prayer of Gajendra. So first verse we saw that how. Can you recollect some words of previous verse? Previous life. Prag Janmani. What he had learned in Prag Janmani? Learned, na? Anushikshitam. What? Paramam. Paramam Japya. Chanted he had learned the great mantra. Jajapa. He chanted. When he chanted? Huh? Prag Janmani that he learned from previous life. When he chanted? Yeah, but what is the word? How he chanted? The shloka told. He fixed his consciousness in heart. एवं अवस्थितो बुद्धिया समाधायो मनोहृदि. उस तरीके से हमें जप करना पड़ेगा प्रभु. You have to chant like Gajendra. Gajendra is not chanting Om Namo Bhagavate Tasmai. He's not spaced out. He's focused. He's focused, focusing his consciousness and heart and chanting the mantra which he had chanted last life. What mantra? Om Namo Bhagavate Tasmai Yata Etat Chidatmakam. O Lord, by whose mercy the universe and bodies are moving. And he is Purusha. You are Purusha, my dear Lord. And you are Adi Vijaya. You are the original seed giver, father of everyone. And these demigods are there. They are not the one. You are Pareshaya. You are the Lord of Brahma and Shiva. And Abhidhimahi, my dear Lord, I meditate on. So like this is offering prayers. Then Prabhupada is writing how yada eta chidatmakam. Things are not material, things are spiritual. Should be engaged in service of the Lord. Guru and deity should not be seen like material, otherwise it's an offense, like atheists do. And that pranava is also personal address to the Lord, which Gajendra is addressing as Om. It's not like Mayavadis. In the last part, Prabhupada is telling what? He is Parishaya. He is the controller of Brahma and Shiva. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Any questions? So we should meditate on the words of the shlokas. Because, yeah, Para Isham is the supreme controller. And Isha, yeah, Isha means here, like Keshava is, Sha and Va. So that indicates Brahma and Shiva. So he's the Isha of Brahma and Shiva. So he's Parash. They are also Isha, but he is Parash. And he is Adi Vijaya. Brahma and Shiva are not Adi Vijaya. And he is Adi Vijaya Purushaya. They are also Purusha, but they are not Adi Vijaya. He is Adi Vijaya. And then surely then he makes it very clear. It's Parishaya. He is beyond Brahma and Shiva. This is his consciousness at the time when crocodile is caught his feet and after getting defeated and helplessly is chanting his prayer, focusing his consciousness and mind completely on heart. No? Prag Janmani Anushikshitam. This he had learned from the great devotees in past life. Which Lord is giving him memory. Why? Because he has become helpless now. Unless we become helpless and take shelter of Para. Para means beyond that person, then only you will be helped. So don't depend on the shelter of this world because they are not para, they are apara. Apara means deha patyakalatra atma sainyeshu asasapi tesham pramutva nidanam pasyannapi na pasyan. Our deha means is body. This is not para, this is apara. Don't take shelter of this body. Don't derive shelter of this body. When you are in crisis, I'll go to gym, I'll improve my health. We may do the needful, but don't keep too much hope. To the degree we are taking shelter of apara, we will not remember para. देहा पत्यकलत्रादिषु आत्मसन्निषु असुसपि तेषां प्रमत्व निधनं पश्यन्नपि न पश्यति. We are seeing, but still we remain blinded that people are taking shelter of their Atma Sena. Atma Sena means their body, their wife, their children, their bank balance. But all these fallible soldiers, they will fall off. Is he taking shelter of his wife and kids now? They are pulling his tail from behind and trying to and just crying and making show there. Nobody is able to help. Para Ishaya. And he's meditating on that Lord. That nothing is going to work out. Fixing his mind and conscience in his heart. Hari bol.
Living entities are also referred as controllers. They are minute controllers.
Yeah, that's it. We are not Para Ishaya. We are Ishaya. Hello? Our control is also coming from Krishna. Even that minute control is coming from Krishna only. If Lord does not sanction, this minute control will also go away. The limited control means no control, Prabhupada says. What is the use of a control that you can control the plane as long as there is fuel? Or you can control the vehicle as long as brake is not failing. After brake fails, Govinda. Govinda means gone. After you get paralysis, brain stroke. So where is our control, Prabhu? So we are not Ishals. Limited controllers means no control. So give up our hope all on our controlling system. Who is controlling ultimately? God is controlling. All the situations which are seeing around the world today, it's all being controlled by Krishna is the supreme controller. Be convinced of it. Nothing will happen without his sanction. He is in control. The entire creation may go out of control, but he is in. So have faith on this. Then we will not act out of control. We will act properly. If you have faith that Krishna is in. Any questions?
If any devotee like he turn up the end, but somehow he goes to animal life, in that life,
Hmm.
he get same consciousness like in previous life. You same like thinking and
Can you tell again?
yeah. I'm telling you, वो जैसे कोई व्यक्ति मान लो है वो उसको भक्ति की and then वो मान लो कि बॉडी लीव कर दी and then वो हो गया एनिमल
Hmm.
तो जो चेतना होती है वो सेम रहेगी और बॉडी के हिसाब से चेतना उसमें नहीं रहेगी ना एनिमल
नहीं, same रहेगी.
जैसे हम देखते हैं कि
Our subtle body remains same, Prabhu. Only gross body changes. Subtle body means our storage of mind, intelligence, false ego. That's all the same. If you are too egoistic man, then next time he will be too egoistic dog also. Yeah, as dog also he will be having very high level of ego. That my area. Because he is carrying from ego from previous life. If he is very bereft of ego but bereft of intelligence, then next time he will be as dog, but he will be not having much egoistic. So subtle body remains same. So if you have practiced devotional service, he had practiced very nicely in previous life. So next life, though he is an elephant, but he's meditating patakat, Adi Bijaya, Purushaya, Parishaya. Huh? Yata Etachidatmakam. He's recollecting everything with subtle body. It's there, stored. It does not change. Prag Janmani Anushikshita, he had learned in previous life. Abhidhimahi, I pranam. Understanding? Hari bol. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. And this verse also indicates how yata hite chidatukam, because Lord is only there, present everywhere as Paramatma. Otherwise, nothing will move. Liquid can't remain liquid if there is no Paramatma in it. Andantarapasta paramanu chayantarastam. So Lord is situated in every single atom. Hence yata hite chidatukam. So you should know that why he is telling yata hite chidatukam. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Very good.